Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really lovely pop-up card. I'm using my new Pretty Blooms stamp and die set. So you've got all of your dies here, and then your stamps are all highlighted in black. There are 4 different blooms to this new collection, so the way I put this one together will be the same for all of the others. So inside each set you get your stamp set, and then you get all of your dies. Now the dies will work as standalone dies on their own, and then if you want to add more detail, you've got the stamps here, but the stamps also work really nicely on their own. You can create nice background papers with these, heat emboss them, create nice like circle shapes, and you could cut them out. They're very, very easy to use. And you'll be able to find me using these and showing more techniques over on my Made to Surprise YouTube channel. So these pop-ups can fit in a 6x6 or 5x7 size card, or anything bigger. You may be able to get them in a little bit smaller, but you're probably not going to get the full pop-up. The bloom isn't going to be able to open up as much as it would want to. So I'm using it in a 6x6 today, but head over to Made to Surprise because you can see it being used in other sizes as well. Now for every bloom, every pop-up, you're going to want to cut 7 of this main die here. So you've got 7 individual flowers. So you'll see here, it's got all the score lines for you. So I've got another one here. So I've got 6 in the light colour, and then my centre is going to be this darker purple here. And for the papers, I've used my new 12x12 paper pack. So this is 150 GSM, and that's what you want to be using with these pop-ups. Any kind of heavyweight cardstock, so if you're going into like 200 GSM, it's just going to be too heavy, too bulky, and the pop-up's probably not going to work very well. So I definitely recommend that you use a paper. Okay, so I've already folded this one, but I want to stamp that one. And then this one here is just as it's cut, and I thought I'd just show you how to fold it. Now these are all symmetrical patterns, so you just fold one over the other. So fold that over, and then again fold another one, and just make sure you line them up each time. Just working your way around, very, very easy. And then the last one there. Okay, so this one I'm not going to be stamping on, so all I need to do then is add some glue. Now I'm using my quick grab glue. I recommend you use more of a water-based glue for this. You want something that's going to stay kind of soft. I'm not using construction glue, which you would often see me use on my cards. This one, you want the pop-up to be quite soft and easy to move. If you use construction glue, it's probably just going to make it all a bit too hard. So that's all stuck down nicely, and then just fold it in half and just kind of go back over the score lines again, just to make sure it's all nice and even. Okay, now in all the sets there's a different stamen detail. So this one here, you'll see all the segments on it. All you want to do is just snip off one of the end ones there, like so. And then again, you're going to fold this. So I like to start with this one here, fold it back onto the other stamen detail, and then fold that one. So just the same way as I folded that other piece. It's a little bit more fiddly because it's tiny, but it is effective, like so. And then that last one I just fold back like so. So now again I've got all of my segments. I'm going to add a little glue just onto that one and then pop it behind. So now we've got exactly the same shape as that one. I'm just going to fold it flat, and then again just kind of working it around like so. That's now going to go in this one, but I need to do some stamping, but you can see how it will just sit as it's inside like so, and these will fit perfectly in the shape there as well. So to do the stamping, you've got so many different patterns in each of the sets. I went a bit mad when I was kind of doodling. So that's what these all are. These were doodles that I sat down and did one night across all of the different sets. So I've got this one here. I just wanted the thick outline. Thought it looked quite nice. So I've got here, this is the Pale Fig colour from Spectrum Noir. Just ink that up. Now the technique that I found works best for this is kind of start from one side and then lay it down. So you're almost kind of rolling it on. So I'm just focusing on this edge here and lining it up with the edge here. Now, like so, and then lay it down. There we go. And as you've done, once you've done one, you'll be able to see that through now. So I can see the edge of this one really clearly through this stamp. She says, I'm bound to get one slightly off. No, another one, happy with that. So this was the technique that I found worked best for me. You know, we're all going to have something different. You might find a different way that works for you. You might want to use your stamping platform. You might not be using the stamps, but they are really effective. And some of mine I've gone off the edge. They are wonky, but you wouldn't know. Once it's all together, that kind of detail you're not going to pick up on. I just went off there, but it doesn't matter because you don't actually need to do that one. Because again, that is what you're going to stick your other one over. So the last one was a little bit out, but it's going to get covered anyway. So again, just adding the glue and then just sit that over the top. It will all line up perfectly. Like so. And then again, just fold it flat. Because that's the key. These all need to be able to fold flat. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one, and all I did with these is just added a little bit of glue on two opposite sides, like so, and then just pop that in right down into the corner there, and again fold it all flat, just so it's following all of the same folds on that main one. Okay, so now we can start doing it together. So you're going to have 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, and then like I said, this one's going to go in the middle, and that's where I'm going to have my sentiment. So pop that to one side for the minute. It's very easy. Once you start doing these, you'll really get used to kind of the pattern. So fold one in half like this, and you're going to add a little glue just on the top there. The smaller area that you cover with glue, the more it's going to pop up. Then fold another one in half, and you're going to sit this perfectly over the top. Make sure it all lines up like so, and then I'm going to add a little glue to this corner, again folding that one in half, and sit that one over the top, and they should meet nicely in the middle there, like so. Next you're going to add your glue to here, here and here, and this is now the center of the bloom, so I want to take this one here, and then I'm just going to lay that one down across all 3, like so. Next you want to add glue to here and here. Take another one, and now you're going to sit that one over. Again, each time making sure they all line up, and then here and here. Again, make sure it all lines up. My stamen's a little bit out on that one, but I'm not too worried, it's not going to matter. Like so. And then the last one, you're going to add your glue across there, and then stick this one down like so. Now don't be tempted to open this yet, just make sure it's all secure, get rid of any excess glue that might be in the way, and we're going to go and pop it straight into the card. So you can have this, as I said before, in a 5x7, 6x6, or anything bigger. You can go a bit smaller, but it probably won't open up as well. If you want to see the 5x7, head over to my Made to Surprise channel. When you stick this inside, I would recommend sitting it in the middle of your 6x6 area. You can go closer to the score line, but then it's not going to open up as much. And if you go further to the edge here, then you're probably going to stretch it a bit and you might get some tearing. So I recommend in the middle, and I found mine all stand up really nicely and stay open as well. So to attach it, you just put a little bit of glue just there, that's it. Close it. And then I'm going to flip it over, open up this side, and again, tiniest amount of glue, and close it. And I'm now going to leave that, put something heavy on top. I'm going to use my big bite there. I'm just going to leave that for about 10 minutes. Whilst that is drying, you can get all of these pieces cut. So you've got this die, which gives you these lovely pieces here, and you could put little like enamel dots or flat back pearls, things like that in the middle of those, which I may well do. And then you also get this die, so it will cut all of your leaves. You can see I've already stamped some of the vine detail there, but you can flip them over so they're facing different orientations. This one here is your matte layer for each of the petals. I've got a tutorial over on my channel showing you a card with those being used. If you don't want a sentiment in the middle, then you could just have these two together. But I've cut this one and I have stamped the sentiment, get well soon. And that's from this sentiment here. Also, I forgot to say, I've used the bold lines embossing folder. I cut 2 pieces of 5x 3/4 cardstock and then emboss them, and that's what I've stuck inside that card blank. You also want to cut one of these for your sentiment to attach itself to, and that's this one here, and you'll see it's got these school lines running through, but I find the easiest way to do it is just fold the whole thing in half. So just line up the points there, and then you want to fold in half again. So I'm just bringing the point into the middle, and again I've done that one. So now I've got 4 equal sections, and then on one of these middle ones you just want to fold that in half again. So I'm just lining up the school lines. Again, you'll see them when you cut yours, but you just follow that sequence as well. So now when we fold it in half, you want the side with that extra square piece facing you, and that's what we're going to attach the sentiment onto. So prepare all of those pieces. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off, and then very carefully, what I recommend you do, just open it up like so, and just kind of pinch down where you've added the glue to attach it. And then as you open it, you get this beautiful pop-up bloom. I think it's stunning. So just make sure that those are secure. I have to cover that with a bit of green, but you'll see it opens really nicely. But you can also have it open this way. It'd just be slightly more closed, but I think it works perfectly. I think I'm going to have it that way just because I can easily cover that grubby finger mark that I've managed to get on the card. Next, you want to take this one and you're going to add your glue over the 2 end sections, so where the points are. But make sure you keep it so that you've got that section facing up, and this is going to sit right down in that section that it fit perfectly within the segment there. And then you just want to keep it folded in and close up the card. Just kind of keep it straight there. Just give that a minute to dry. Again, just carefully bring that up. Just make sure that stays in place like so. And then you're going to take your sentiment, and it's going to sit perfectly in the middle there. So just add some glue to that little section there, and you want to sit that so it's in the centre. Just add a little bit of pressure there, and then as this closes, it will fit perfectly inside the card. And as you bring that up again, you might have to just bend it down a bit, but it will sit nicely in the middle there. Okay, so now I can decorate with all of the leaves. So you can stick some of them right down onto the paper there. Flip them over as well, so you've got them facing different directions. I might have that one up in that corner. Every time you stick something down though, you want to make sure that when you close the card it doesn't pop out. So I'm just going to pop these ones. I'll just show you a couple. This one here, I might stick that right down like so. And then for example this one here, I'm going to add a bit of glue there and stick it behind the petal. I reckon that's okay. And then things like your little sprigs here, again you can attach some of them actually behind, you know, the leaf, so it does pop up as well. And it's nice to have, like, if I just take this piece off here, you can pop a couple behind here, but just be careful again, you know, what you add behind, that it will still close. So yeah, that's going to work. I might just pull it that way a bit. There we go. I think that's going to be better. And then again, this one here. Yeah, that's all going to work nicely. So I'm going to carry on now and get this all decorated. Okay, so there is the finished card. To decorate the front, I always like to keep them really basic because these cards are designed to be displayed open. So just a simple sentiment, and you could even use some of the stamps, you know, the outline one, for example, I've used there one of those other ones and create a nice, maybe your own pattern paper. But I think it's wonderful. It's such a pretty card. I think it's lovely for someone. I mean, I've done this as a get well soon, so someone who's in hospital maybe, and you can't take them in real flowers. I think this would be lovely next to their bed. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial from me today and you like the other ones within this range. So check out all of the product. You'll be able to find that here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking here and check out the other tutorials here for some more inspiration. Take care. Bye.